If one has a good disposition, what other virtue is needed? If a man has fame, what is the value of other ornamentation? Education is the best friend. An educated person is respected everywhere. Education beats the beauty and the youth. He who is overly attached to his family members experiences fear and sorrow, for the root of all grief is attachment. Thus one should discard attachment to be happy. Once you start working on something, don't be afraid of failure and don't abandon it. People who work sincerely are the happiest. It is better to die than to preserve this life by incurring disgrace. The loss of life causes but a moment's grief, but disgrace brings grief every day of one's life. The biggest guru mantra is, never share your secrets with anybody. It will destroy you. The one excellent thing that can be learned from a lion is that whatever a man intends to do should be done by him with a wholehearted and strenuous effort. Even if a snake is not poisonous, it should pretend to be venomous. The wise man should restrain his senses like the crane and accomplish his purpose with due knowledge of his place, time, and ability. O wise man! Give your wealth only to the worthy and never to others. The water of the sea received by the clouds is always sweet. A good wife serves her husband in the morning like a mother does, loves him in the day like a sister does, and pleases him like a prostitute at the night. The earth is supported by the power of truth. It is the power of truth that makes the sun shine and the winds blow. Indeed, all things rest upon truth. The fragrance of flowers spreads only in the direction of the wind. But the goodness of a person spreads in all directions. Before you start some work, always ask yourself 3 questions. Why am I doing it? What the results might be, and will I be successful? Only when you think deeply and find satisfactory answers to these questions, go ahead. A man is great by deeds, not by birth. The world's biggest power is the youth and beauty of a woman. There is some self-interest behind every friendship. There is no friendship without self-interests. This is a bitter truth. A man is born alone and dies alone, and he experiences the good and bad consequences of his karma alone, and he goes alone to hell or the supreme abode. Purity of speech, of the mind, of the senses, and a compassionate heart are needed by one who desires to rise to the divine platform. A person should not be too honest. Straight trees are cut first and honest people are screwed first. As soon as the fear approaches near, attack and destroy it. As a single withered tree, if set aflame, causes a whole forest to burn, so does a rascal son destroy a whole family. The serpent, the king, the tiger, the stinging wasp, the small child, the dog owned by other people, and the fool, these 7 ought not to be awakened from sleep. There is poison in the fang of the serpent, in the mouth of the fly, and the sting of a scorpion, but the wicked man is saturated with it. He who lives in our mind is near though he may actually be far away, but he who is not in our heart is far though he may be nearby. God doesn't dwell in the wooden, stone, or earthen idols. His abode is in our feelings, our thoughts. Books are as useful to a stupid person as a mirror is useful to a blind person. The life of an uneducated man is as useless as the tail of a dog which neither covers its rear end nor protects it from the bites of insects. Do not reveal what you have thought upon doing, but by wise counsel keep it secret, being determined to carry it into execution. Never make friends with people who are above or below you in status. Such friendships will never give you any happiness. There is no austerity equal to a balanced mind, and there is no happiness equal to contentment. There is no disease like covetousness and no virtue like mercy. One whose knowledge is confined to books and whose wealth is in the possession of others can use neither his knowledge nor wealth when the need for them arises. We should not fret for what is past, nor should we be anxious about the future. Men of discernment deal only with the present moment. Treat your kid like a darling for the first 5 years. For the next 5 years, scold them. By the time they turn 16, treat them like a friend. Your grown-up children are your best friends. The happiness and peace attained by those satisfied by the nectar of spiritual tranquility are not attained by greedy persons restlessly moving here and there. Test a servant while in the discharge of his duty, a relative in difficulty, a friend in adversity, and a wife in misfortune. As long as your body is healthy and under control and death is distant, try to save your soul. When death is imminent, what can you do? Do not be very upright in your dealings, for you would see by going to the forest that straight trees are cut down while crooked ones are left standing.